In a sense, I think we're like the canary in the mine. Right here on the crest of the Blue Ridge, we're at the top of the Continental Divide, and the weather has changed. We bought the farm 20 years ago. I had spent my life as an engineer and a rocket scientist for IBM, helped putting it on the moon, and retired to little Switzerland. And for 16 of our 20 years, we'd maybe have one bad crop or something in there. But 4 of the last 6 years, we've had weather-related crop failures. And basically, we didn't get out of April with a crop, and that has hurt us considerably. And the climate is playing a role in this. Now, the orchard here runs 2 miles along the Blue Ridge Parkway on both sides of the parkway. This orchard is the remnant of a huge orchard. And at its peak, this building we're in now processed 125,000 bushels of apples in a season. Some of the old trees are still here, very old trees, 80, 85-year-old trees, still producing good apples. We're down to about 2,000 trees. Probably half of them were the original ones that were here when we bought it, and the others are some that we've planted. So we are trying to preserve a little piece of Appalachia right here on the Blue Ridge. The value of this place is more than apples. The most valuable thing that happens here is the way it affects people.
Hi there, welcome to the orchard.
We'll have 140 people in here getting up and dancing, talking, listening to the music. We have free music for all comers, always local musicians, preserving the heritage of music here in the mountains. Apples are an important part of our being here. We are in an easement from the parkway that says we have to be agriculture or residential, and so apples are our agriculture. We have apples that are 20% of our income. We have the store that's 60% of our income, and another 20% of our income comes from memberships, grants, gifts, sponsorships, things of that sort. All of that we have in balance now, unless there's a bad apple year. If March gets warm earlier than usual, the apple trees think it's springtime, and they will start their development. And if the weather is cold enough, when those blossoms are exposed, they can wipe out the crop. But that was never a problem until now in the last few years. So what we have seen is uncharacteristic of the history of Altapass. Well, there's always been variability in the climate. The thing that I think is unusual is the amount of warmth in March that precedes typical freeze points that come in April. So I'm seeing more of that. As a matter of fact, we've had so much bad luck with weather-related things that we lost our government insurance because we couldn't show 5 years of sustained apple harvest here. And so they said, well, your farm isn't suitable for raising apples. And after 100 years, it's hard to buy that. Something is changing.